Today we are going on a journey that explains the production of white blood cells. Red bone marrow is where this process takes place. The drawing is of a bone, and this is red bone marrow, located in spongy bone. Hemoblasts reside in the red bone marrow. Once, there was a little hemocytoblast that couldn't decide what he wanted to be when he grew up. A myeloid stem cell has multiple job opportunities, or a lymphoid stem cell that has a very direct path. The hemoblast decided he wanted to take a tour of each possibility. He started with the myeloid stem cell, which becomes a progenitor cell through multi-colony stimulating factors, classes to achieve that title. The hemocytoblast followed the tour guide and hung on to every single word. Our next stop of the myeloid stem cell tour, that to advance the progenitor cell has to take 2 more classes called G and M colony stimulating factors. This gives 2 more job opportunities, being either a myeloblast or a monoblast, both considered blast cells. However, one leads to 3 specialization careers when the other just leads to 1. The myeloblast takes 1 more class called the GCSF and then has 3 internships that he can choose from: the neutrophilic, eosinophilic, or basophilic myelocyte internship. Upon completion of the internship, he then becomes a band cell, or as we know it, a new employee. He's almost to that head spot now. After their hard work, the band cells can turn into a neutrophil, which protects against pathogens and is the most abundant, an eosinophil, or a basophil. These are all granulocytes, or I like to call them CEOs. This concludes how the myeloblast becomes a CEO, through many processes. Now let's see how the monoblasts become a CEO. Remember, the myeloid stem cell took multiple classes to become the progenitor cell, which then takes 2 classes to become the myeloblast and the monoblast. The monoblast takes 1 class called the MCSF. It then works for a little bit and turns into a monocyte. Notice there is no granular parts in the monocyte. This is called an agranular cyte. This concludes our myeloid stem cell tour. The myeloid stem cell takes multiple classes to become the progenitor cell, which takes 2 classes to become the myeloblast or the monoblast. Both of those take a class to become a CEO. The myeloblast becomes a myelocyte and a band cell before it becomes a granulocyte CEO. Notice the granular is in there. The monoblast turns into a monocyte and is agranular. After the tour, the hemocytoblast was upset because he still didn't know what he wanted to do. And he knew that he had 1 more thing to look at. He still hadn't been to the lymphoid stem cell tour. Well, he was so tired that he decided to just look it up on his computer. He looked up lymphoid stem cell and saw that the lymphoid stem cell splits off into lymphoblast and then eventually becomes a lymphocyte, which is agranular, just like the monocyte. This was the picture that the hemocytoblast found on the lymphoid stem cell, leading to the lymphoblast and the lymphocyte. The hemocytoblast was so confused on what he wanted to be. He had no idea, and he didn't want to go through all the classes, but he wanted to be something big someday. So he decided that for now, he was just going to go to sleep, and the hemocytoblast didn't choose what to be that day.